Hello and a warm welcome to It's My Life, the program that brings you face to face with the multifaceted top politicians of the country. This week we are touring the agricultural constituency of Baramati, which is very close to the buzzing city of Pune. And this week, our guest is a very special person, young, eloquent and sore face of NCP, Supriya Sule. Let's meet her this time. Supriya Sule, the young face of Nationalist Congress Party, is a member of Parliament from Baramati constituency, which she contested and won in 2009. This constituency was earlier represented by her father. Born to Sharad and Pratibha Sharad Chand Pawar on June 30th, 1969 at Pune, Supriya comes from a family with a heavy political lineage, as her father, Sharad Pawar, is currently the Union Agriculture Minister and a tall leader with more than 4 decades of political experience. Educated at Jai Hind College in Mumbai, Supriya did her BSc in microbiology and later studied water pollution from UC Berkeley University. Married to Sadanand Balchandra Sule on March 4, 1992, Supriya has one son and a daughter. In 2011, she launched a statewide campaign against female feticide, and in 2012, she laid the foundation of the wing named Rashtravadi Yuvati Congress, which meant to give platform to young girls in politics. Our journey began with not a very good news. Before we set out for Baramati, this is the place where we came. We are right now at a landfill site which has been devoured by a raging fire, and people here are complaining about the laxity of the officials handling it. This is a site which is part of Pune Municipal Corporation, but everybody was caught unawares when this fire broke out. Tall flames have been raging high since last 2 days and have contributed to the surrounding pollution. Now contractors are reluctant to send their garbage vans. Days generally begin on a very busy note, and you would often find Supriya sifting through the newspapers in her car itself. Do you think that the government is doing enough to fight drought at this point in time?
National calamities are not things you can just fight that easily. Of course, we can be prepared for the worst, but earthquake or drought or a tsunami, these are not things anybody is prepared for anywhere in the world. Undoubtedly, we have to be prepared for the worst, but we have to remember one thing, that 60% of India is non-irrigated.
But Supriya, there are allegations by the farmers, by the people on the ground, that a lot of powerful political lobbies, they divert water into their areas, and there is a lot of distinction made between, for example, say between the people of Marathwada and the people of Vidarbha. So do you really agree with what the people are saying?
I can definitely say development. I can't say water. You can't divert water from Marathwada to Vidarbha to Western Maharashtra. That's not possible. But definitely I can say development delayed. Yes, that I definitely admit.
But there are certain parts of Maharashtra where you see that the rainfall is deficient every 5 years, and every 6 to 7 years you will have a drought-like situation. So do you think that the government has been doing enough? Because if you have a set pattern, then the government might as well be prepared.
Set patterns definitely help, there's no doubt. But now I'll give you an example. In Baramati there's a village where we have done check dams.
Okay.
But 3 years in a row, we have not had a drop of rain. Now what do you do in such a situation? Even if you have a check dam, groundwater, people have done everything that's possible. 3 years, so it all has to be interconnected as well. There's no point just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 villages. Overall, it has to be connected. And I think what we really need to do is we need to map the entire state.
So do you think that the drought can dent NCP's prospects for the coming election?
Drought is something that's going to dent, and why only NCP even as a Congress? I mean, it dents anybody, and of course we are certainly accountable for it.
A couple of phone calls before Supriya enters the drought-affected villages of Baramati. This is a gathering of farmers who've come to express their problems. Every farmer gets a turn to speak, but ultimately it's their MP whom they want to hear.
In these drought-affected parts of Baramati, people have brought petitions to Supriya Sule saying there are no fodder camps, there's no drinking water, and especially the women are in a grieved lot as they have to carry water vessels up to a distance of about 5 to 8 kilometers.
Enter another village affected by the calamity of drought. Same set of problems, but a convincing solution has to be offered. After all, expectations are quite high from Supriya, as she's also the daughter of Union Agriculture Minister Sharad Pawar.
We are trying to do our best to tackle the crisis of drought. I know the situation will worsen during the summer season, but I am in touch with the centre and the state government to help you at all possible levels.
जेव्हा आपण ट्रायल घेऊ तेव्हा आपल्याला खरंच कळेल की किती पाणी लागतं किती पुरतं आता आपलं सगळं कागदपत्री
After the visit to the affected villages, time for inaugurating a hospital. Around 15 kilometers in the vicinity, this is the only hospital which has now come up.
Now we are at a taluka called Evat, which is part of the Baramati constituency. An opening of a hospital here has brought smiles on the faces of the residents.
Education is very close to Supriya's heart, and she's been working vigorously for the school children. We now enter one of the remote tribal schools of Baramati, and the level and standard of education amongst these kids will definitely make you think harder. Even I shared the moments with Supriya while she interacted with the school kids.
Who are you?
Who are you? I am Supriya Sule. Who are you?
I am Karina.
Karina, wow.
Tell me about family.
Tell me about my family. I come from a very big family. I have 7 uncles and 4 aunts. And I have 46 cousins. You have cousins? Yes? No. Cousin म्हणजे काय?
Sister.
चुलत सिस्टर. काय काय चुलत सिस्टर? काय दमकान नाही म्हणतो.
Tribal areas have tribal fancies. So look now, a bamboo crown for Supriya as a small gift.
Parat Bhetu Thodach Vedat. Supriya, is my Marathi all right?
Very good.
Okay, so that's a
You're
Marathi
learning fast.
version for Let's Take a Break at this point in time. Lots more when we come back after the break.
It's not that entire Baramati is under the grip of drought. There are catchment areas where water has been conserved. And still lots of efforts are underway to recharge the water table.
Supriya, we were talking about the water conservation efforts. What are the kind of efforts which you
We
have
have
taken?
done small and large irrigation dams here. We have done a lot of check dam projects which are working very successfully.
Okay, but why is it that certain parts of Maharashtra, they are completely dried up, water table has drastically gone down, and we see like two extremes. One example is, of course, Ralegan Siddhi, where, you know, people have taken efforts to do it. So why do we
There are
see
many
this?
other success stories in Maharashtra besides Ralegaon Siddhi.
Okay.
And the Sarpanch belongs to NCP, as a matter of fact, the one from Ralegaon Siddhi.
But so do you agree that these are
Doesn't
man-made
work. It works
efforts?
from project to project. There's another genius called Popatrao Pawar, who's
Okay.
done very, very good work in his village.
Okay.
Which Mr. Chandrakant Dalvi has done very good work. Just all you Delhi people only know one village, but there are hundreds of villages
No,
in
but I'm
Maharashtra
talking
who are done.
specifically about Marathwada. Why do we see that the water level?
Marathwada's problem is different. There hasn't been rain for 3 years in a row. This is a dam site. This is a catchment area. That's why you're seeing so much water.
Okay, so the conversation with Supriya Sule continues. We are heading towards another destination now. When Supriya is moving to the interiors of the villages, people stop her on the way for that one handshake.
On way, Supriya has this fad of getting down and interacting with the workers on the field. Since I accompanied her all the time, even I had the slice of the experience.
कोई कंप्लेंट नहीं है आप लोगों को इनसे? कोई शिकायत नहीं है इनसे करने के लिए? Right now we are at the Bhor Taluka of the Baramati district, where Supriya has come in for inaugurating a Gram Panchayat centre, and just see the way the Gram Pradhans have been empowered here.
At this newly inaugurated Panchayat Centre, you would come across women running portals, manning the Panchayat Centre and talking about issues which relate to the common man.
I'm not one of those MPs who comes once or twice a year. I'm always there in the constituency to solve your problems.
मी जेव्हा येईल इलेक्शनला तेव्हा मग तुम्ही म्हणणार 6 महिन्यांनी माझं इलेक्शन लागणार तुम्ही म्हणणार ताई 5 वर्षात एकदा एक कामं गावातली सगळी झाली पण खासदार फंड पडला नाही.
Enter another village.
There were 17 villages in the Bhor and the Vele Taluka of Baramati which had no electricity since independence. But Supriya's efforts have made all that possible. And behind me you see is a gathering of Shetkari Sangathan, that is the farmers. And Supriya is going to address this gathering and tell the farmers the use of electricity, how they can use electricity. अच्छा ये पता है सुप्रिया ताई कौन है? सुप्रिया ताई खासदार हैं। अच्छा क्या चीज़ अच्छी लगती है उनकी?
वो इतनी बड़ी होते हुए भी वो हमारे छोटे गांव में ध्यान देती है।
अच्छा ये बताइए कि सुप्रिया ताई की कौन सी क्वालिटी है जो आपको अच्छी लगती है?
सुप्रिया ताई ने हमको हमारे गांव में बिजली की सुविधा पूरी की।
इसके पहले बिजली नहीं थी?
नहीं।
राज्यसभा टीव्ही आहे त्याच्या नीलू जी आलेल्या त्यांच्या सगळ्या टीमला घेऊन
Rajya Sabha TV channel has come to cover a program on me. Anchor Neelu Vyas is here with us.
झालेला विकास हा त्या सगळ्यापासून बघताय.
Supriya, we've seen that the NCP cadres are quite energized, you know, wherever we have gone. So is it the fact that the local governance here is very strong as compared to other parts of the country? Is that the reason why the cadres look so energized?
I won't be able to comment on the cadre in other parts of the country, in other states. But definitely Maharashtra cadre, the NCP has always, we've had a balance of the young and the old. Okay. We have all age groups here, one. And second, YB Chavan, who was our first Chief Minister of Maharashtra, he has always supported Panchayat Raj. So we've always been very, very strong. It's nothing new to us.
But Rahul Gandhi recently said, you know, looking at these complexities, he's compared India to a beehive. and he was really perturbed the way the local governance was functioning in other states. So, do you really think that you would call India a beehive when you talk about Maharashtra?
You know, I mean, I'll talk about our state. Our state is one of the most liberated, modern and developed states. We started development way back 50, 60 years as soon as Maharashtra was formed under the leadership of Y.B. Chavan. And we fortunately has been one of the most modern states in social issues, in development issues. So Maharashtra has always been a leader in the country.
You as an MP now, what is the biggest challenge for you right now?
I think for me, the biggest challenge is to keep up with the aspirations. Like you saw at the earlier village, there's a school, there's an Anganwadi, there's a road, there's electricity, there are women's groups. You saw the women all in the rally, in the meeting. So the whole thing is to keep it up to the next level.
Were things easier for you because of your dad?
Oh, definitely. I mean, for me, it was definitely easy. Because don't forget, I work in an infrastructure which is set up by the party. I work in a party setup. So for me, coming to my constituency is like coming to a picnic. Because we are like, now after spending like 5 years with all of them day in and day out, we're like an extended family. You can probably even see it while I'm hanging around with all of them. For us to spend a day like this, doing our development programs is like going for a picnic. We go from one village to another village.
But Supriya, you got an easy access into politics, obviously because of your political lineage, but you're also running a campaign with the Rashtravati Yuvati Congress.
The whole idea of Rashtravati Yuvati Congress is to get more younger, new leadership into the party. And it's not just about leadership, it's about the think tank, it's about new ideas.
The whole word about dynasty politics, how it has come up. You are a part of it because you have had a political lineage. So do you think that it's important for the kids from the political families to jump into politics? There are various examples.
There are various examples who are not in politics and there are various examples who are in politics. It's a choice we all make with our eyes open. It all comes at a cost also. Yes, the quick recognition, quick acceptability definitely is there. But then there's constant comparison.
But time and again, you know, there have been words coming up like Sharad Pawar would quit politics at some point of time. So you would hold the mantle of the party?
You know, time will tell, because see, the whole point is politics this is not something that we own. It's not shares in a company or a property. This is public life. Public life's acceptability comes from people. It doesn't come. And I really don't think there is a necessary way.
Time for a short break now. On the other side, we'll talk about Supriya Sule's home and her personal life. Don't go away. Back in a moment. Welcome back. You're watching It's My Life with NCP leader Supriya Sule. Let's now take a look at her personal life. Right now I am with Supriya Sule's maternal aunt, Sunita Namjoshi. Sunita ji, welcome to It's My Life. Not many people from her family have spoken to us on this program. We respect their privacy, but we are lucky to have you. In fact, Supriya agreed also for you. Why is it that not many people from her family, in fact, I'll go to your sister first, like Supriya's mother. Supriya was telling me in the morning that everybody knows me now, like everybody knows her, everybody knows Sharad Pawarji, but nobody knows who her mother is. So why is it that, you know, they're so cagey?
Basically, we come from a very conservative background. And of course, I mean, you know how Indians are, like women have to stay a little in the background. So that was the beginning. And then it's become a habit now, and we feel shy to come out in the open also.
But what kind of memories do you have of Supriya's childhood? She was a naughty brat.
No. So when she was a baby, like 2.5 years, me and my sister we had just gone across the road to buy something, and she was with us. And she had this red frilly frock, and there was a Pomeranian dog also.
Okay.
And we were so busy buying, we didn't realize when she turned around, on Nepean Sea Road, and she went in the middle of the road, and the whole traffic had stopped on both sides, and everybody was honking. But we were so busy buying that we didn't realize for 2 minutes, and then the dog started barking, and we realized she had stopped the whole traffic on Nepean Sea Road, and then we took her across the road.
But from what you're telling me, you were like a close-knit family. You got to spend a lot of time with Supriya.
Yeah.
But now I doubt if you get so much time to interact with her.
Each one is busy. Each one is married. We have our own families. Our children are growing up. Supriya is traveling. Her father travels. So, but she's a very good person at heart. Very gentle. Very kind-hearted. Now also at this age, I mean, she's seen so much. She was born with a golden spoon, but there is no such chips on her shoulders or that kind. Very down to earth. So
Okay, so what are the maybe what do you want to tell Supriya when she sees the program? You want to tell her something? She wouldn't know what you're going to say. So
what should I only thing I can say.
you're going to talk to her, so you have to tell her.
Like we love you still the way you are. You're progressing so well, and we hope you progress some more and keep the name, like your father's name and your parents and all of us. We are very proud of you.
Thank you, Sunita ji. Thank you so much for coming to It's My
much.
Life. Supriya is very particular about the privacy of her family. We did try and persuade for an interview with her husband and kids, but she refused. But we shall not intrude her personal space, but will try and bring more aspects of her personality. Supriya, we've seen the hectic tour you have in your constituencies whenever you're here. But coming to the personal side of it, apart from being an MP, you're also a mother. So how much time are you really able to devote to your kids and your family?
I'm only a weekend mother and a weekend wife.
Okay.
Of course, it takes a toll.
But like you're able to go to to the regular parent-teachers meeting and...
No, I don't do parent-teacher.
Okay. So who does that for the kids?
Either the grandmother or the father.
Okay.
I can't do all the parent-teachers.
Okay.
Try and go as much as I can. If they give enough notice, I go. If they tell me last minute, I can't.
Okay. But I'm sure the kids must be complaining like the regular kids.
No, they know my mother's on a job. So why would they complain?
So, are they conditioned to the fact that you have certain exigencies to which you have to meet?
Kids adapt. It's we who don't adapt. I adapted to my father. Why should my kids not adapt to me?
But you were a microbiology student, and was it that your dad was into politics, you had a political lineage, so you had to come into politics, or it was by choice that you came into politics? What was it?
Destiny.
Okay, so destiny in what sense?
I didn't want to join politics, and nor has my father ever told me what to do. I do what pleases me.
But I'm sure you must be getting the tips from your dad.
No,
as to-
unless I ask.
Okay.
He doesn't give tips unless I ask.
So how often do you do that?
It depends. It's something about the drought I need to know, I need to understand. I'll definitely ask him.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask him day to day.
Okay. And he also doesn't intervene?
Not at all.
Okay. What kind of food do you actually prefer to?
Oh, I love the home food that I'm eating right now. It's cooked by the women of the house. Absolutely delicious.
Okay. And it seems that you're quite calorie conscious.
Have to. This kind of food every day, my God, I look like a balloon.
Are you able to spend enough time with your dad as well? Not now.
Yeah, during Parliament.
Okay, that's the time when you get to interact with him
We
more.
get a lot of time together. I don't think I've ever spent so much time with my father.
Maybe towards the festivals or...
Always. Really? A very well connected, deep connected family. We may not be sitting with each other and having a meal every day.
Yeah.
And it's the entire family, not just...
So you would not be into reading or anything if you
I
have
read
time?
every day at night.
Okay.
Really have to.
Okay. But you were saying that you read at night. What are the kind of books which you really
I read everything. I read fiction, non-fiction. Like right now I'm reading a book called, let's call him Vasu.
And do you get a time to catch a film or something with the family?
I definitely do that. I do that once a week. I make sure I either
That's
watch
quite regular.
Yeah, it's very regular. To keep your own sanity, otherwise you're doing the same monotonous job day in and day out. Your whole creativity goes away. So what I do is once a week I either watch a movie or a play or a music concert. One out of the three every year.
You have a long career ahead. What next for Supriya Sule?
Yeah, I love my job the way it is. I think even if I can sustain what I'm doing, which right now makes me very, very happy, and I'm very contented. Very.
So you being the only child, I mean, it's natural that you will take over the mantles of NCP, or you feel that there are other people who would
There's no
make
nothing
way?
natural in public life.
So the biggest dream at present?
The biggest dream for me is I want to remain an MP. Bhai Chavan Center, where I started my work, gives me my identity. And the biggest challenge is that Baramati constituency is known as one of the most developed constituencies in the country. And it's a very important constituency. And everybody looks at it over a period of time. I would definitely like to keep that importance and keep it as one of the best constituencies.
I'm sure you'll make a long way in the politics as well, and wish you all your dreams come true. It was a pleasure having you on It's My Life. Thank you. Okay, Supriya.
Thank you. Please come to Baramati again.
Sure.
See you. Bye.